Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Meet the Artist of the Week. My name is Kelly Cushing. I'll introduce myself a little bit. I am a photographer and an artist myself. I also own and run the Art Hive Collective. So I'll give you a little history about the Art Hive Collective. I'm a photographer myself, and I learned from another artist to transfer my photographs onto reclaimed wood and tiles for coasters. So in doing so, I started doing markets. And if you've ever done markets or been a part of markets or been a vendor at markets, you know, they're good until there's always a slow period, always. And a lot of times vendors talk, like we either walk around the site or we talk to our neighbors, that kind of thing. And always, we ask questions about how business is going for them and how they got into it, that kind of stuff. We get a little bit of information. We get to know these people because we're with them sometimes for 4 to 8 hours kind of thing. So we ask questions. So I started asking about, like I said, their business. And if they're artists, I would ask them, how business was going for them. And a lot of the times the response was, I love doing the creating. I love being in my studio creating, but then doing the business part of it, doing the social media, calling people, trying to sell my artwork is not their favorite part at all. So, that seemed to come up a lot. So kind of put a thought in my head, like maybe there's something here. So as time went on, I started purposefully asking these questions to do some market research for myself because, I started to kind of get an idea that, maybe there's something needed out there that artists can use. Because if you have done artists or if you have done markets, you know that it can be a long day. So when you do a market, you have to load up your car, drive to the venue, unload your car, set up, and then sit there for, like I said, 4 to 6 to 8 hours, pack up, take everything down, pack your car back up and drive home. It can be a long, long day. It can be anywhere from 6 to 11, 12 hours. So, and then if you're doing multiple day ones, like so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, of course you don't have to pack up every day, but you still have to, and when you set up and you do all this stuff, and then you have to be on for, attentive and present the whole, however long the market is that day. So it can be tiring for sure. I know a lot of times when I do weekend markets, by Sunday night, I'm exhausted. So I thought maybe there would be a better way of artists to be able to have their art so they don't have to do that whole process all the time. I mean, they still can do it, but maybe they can have an alternative. So I started thinking about starting an art gallery in Chilliwack, BC. So I kept going in and asking the questions, and again, it came up the same, pretty much always the same. The creating is great, the business part is hard, and it's not something I know how to do, and I'm learning as I go, and I don't love it, but they love creating. So artists should be doing what they love, is creating, and that's what makes the world a better place, I believe. So I was looking into a space to do a gallery in Chilliwack, downtown Chilliwack, and I actually found a space that I was pretty set on getting. So I called up the fellow that was doing the real estate thing, and he was away on vacation. So I had to wait until he got back. Well, that was 2020, and it was March 2020. So we all know what happened then. So knowing that, going forward, I thought, okay, well, I was going to put it online anyway, so I'll just put it online. So I'll just put it online. And so that's what I did. So I put out a call to artists. Just put it on Facebook. I said, hey, I'm doing this art gallery online until things settle down, thinking it would only be a month, maybe 2 kind of thing. So I did that. I started an online art gallery, the arthivecollective.com. and I had, I think, 12 artists to start, and then it just kind of kept building and building. So that was great. And I mean, the whole reason I wanted to do it, one, to sell artists' artwork, two, because I just wanted to support artists, because I know it can be difficult, and I know it can be very isolating having being an artist, because you're usually alone in your studio with no one around, and getting out and about and having like maybe a community. And that was the primary goal, is to have a community, not primary, but one of the goals in the Art Hive Collective was to have a community. So right now I have 22 artists. So having everything shut down due to what happened, it was another opportunity for artists to sell their artwork, because you couldn't go, no longer were there going to be art galleries. Everything was shut down for a while. No longer were there going to be markets. Everything was stopped, even stores and stuff. So I thought this would maybe be a good opportunity to still have art available and have artists be able to sell their artwork. All I wanted to do was I just have a real passion for artists, and a real passion for artists. So right now I have 22 artists on the Art Hive, and they range anywhere from, we have a metal artist, we have a woman who does the glass sun catchers, we have painters anywhere from impressionist to realistic to, we have someone that does digital art, like kind of fantasy type digital art, and then we have photographers as well. So, and that's always changing. And in the past, we've had sculptors, we've had wood makers, someone that used to make vases and bowls and that kind of thing out of wood. We have a woman that does epoxy and wood, like charcuterie boards. So kind of a whole variation of things. So hopefully we can find something for anybody, really. Yeah, and so I created the Art Hive Collective out of my passion to support artists and to have more visibility and to sell their art. I'm going to share my screen, and actually let me pull up, share my screen. So here's the Art Hive Collective website. So as you can see, you can subscribe to our newsletter right here. I send out usually 1 or 2 emails a week. I try not to bombard people with too many emails. So we just started in February. We started at Meet the Artist of the Week, which is what we're doing here. So this time, okay, every week, what we've been doing is a Meet the Artist of the Week. So we've seen a couple artists so far. And so this week I wanted to take the opportunity to kind of explain to you the background of the Art Hive Collective and where it's all coming from, and give you a little introduction of the Art Hive Collective. So that's what today is about. So on here, we have a Meet the Artist of the Week, which happens every week, either Friday night at 7 o'clock PST or Saturday morning at 10 a.m. PST. So whoever is going to be on, I don't have anyone this week. It may be me, but it might be another artist. So if you go on the Art Hive here, you can go, there's a section here for artists, and there's a section here for art buyers, art collectors. So the art, being an artist is it's a very simple. So this has changed. So it's basically everything that you get here. It's so if you're an artist and you want to, or you're part of the Art Hive Collective, you get basically your own personal art page, which has your photograph of you, your bio, your artwork, and your artwork will have its own link. So you can click the artwork itself, and it will give a description of the artwork, the name of the artwork, a description of the artwork, and then the price of the artwork. So that is all available for sale. Everything on the website is available for sale. So as an artist too, we have the capability of selling your art. So if you want to sell your art on the Art Hive Collective, that's a possibility. That is what we do, actually. So there's a commission structure. So you pay the $27 a month plus 25% on every piece that's sold. So I encourage the artist to mark up their artwork 25% so there's no loss on their behalf. And we also have an exclusive Facebook group. So like I said, I'm adding this to it. So we're doing a Meet the Artist of the Week. And I was doing roundtables. I did stop them because my dog was not well. So we had to put her down a couple weeks ago. So I'm hoping to start those again maybe in April or May. So I've cut out the group calls per month because it didn't seem to be an interest to anyone. So this is the featured artist of the week. So all this now is all for just for $27 a month. So being part of the Art Hive Collective as an artist, you no longer need a website. You have your own page that has basically everything about you and the ability to sell your art. You don't need to, creating that could be a couple hundred, if not 500,000. It could be anywhere from a couple hundred to up to thousands of dollars. You need to host your website. You need to register your domain, which is $20 a year. Website hosting can range anywhere from, you can get it pretty cheap now, like probably $5 a month and up. And if you do like an email, so if you're sending out emails to all your customers, that can be anywhere from $27 to $9. Actually, it goes up higher than that, but just on the low side, probably $27 a month. I think you can get, is it Get Response or System.io? Quite inexpensively, but still, that's all taken care of here. So like I said, I send out a couple emails a week and I send them all out myself. So you don't have to do that. I do all the social media posting. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Pinterest, we're on YouTube. This video today will go on YouTube. What else are we on? Oh, TikTok. So we're on more like probably about 5 different social media platforms, primarily Facebook. Facebook is probably our biggest one. I have 5,500 followers on Facebook. Instagram is lower. It's probably about 700, but building all the time. I'm going to concentrate on that a little bit more. And I'm going to start concentrating on LinkedIn a bit more because I feel that maybe promoting to businesses would be a good way to go. So yeah, so I'll talk to the customers. If there's any questions customers have, they can talk to me. I've had that a few times where they'll call and ask about a print or whatever, and I just reach out to the artist and get clarification, and then we go back and forth. So that takes away any, if you're not comfortable on the phone or you don't want to talk to your customers, that takes away that. So that's basically all there is about Be the Artist. So if you do want to join, there's a phone number here. You can call me or text me here. Texting is always best before a phone call, just so I'm prepared and available. I want to make myself available so I'm not shopping or doing something. And if you want to send me an email, you can email me right here, which is all linked. So you can just click on that and I'll go to email. So then to go back to home. Oh, okay, let's go back to, I'm just going to show you where to go. So if you go back home and you're a collector or an art buyer, or you want to build up something for your office, so you can go here. So these on here, this is all our art artists. We have a page that just has all the artists that are involved with Art Hive Collective. It has a little bit about, that's me, and then all the other artists. Here you can tell what they do. So these are originals, fine art prints. You can link that. Photography. This is the fellow I was telling you about, metal art. Sonia, that she does the glass art. And yeah, all these different things. Oh, and Crane does the wood creations. She does the charcuterie boards. So then we'll go back here, and you can go also by, you can go by subject. So you don't have to just go by artist. Like if you don't have a particular artist or you don't know the artist of the Art Hive yet, which is fine, you can go and go by subject, search by subject. So there's abstract art, architecture, fantasy, which is, I think it's mostly Tobias on here, who does this is Tobias's work here. She does all the fantasy kind of stuff that's pretty cool. Landscapes, I think that's by Shirley. Nature, portraits like people, still lifes, transportation, still wildlife. So if you want to look at, say, landscapes, you like landscapes, and you want to fill your house or fill your apartment or fill your workplace with landscapes, or get a variation. So these are all the landscapes that we have on the website, and all the artists. They go from highest to lowest. So if you want to start at the lower end, if you're newer to collecting or you don't have the budget to collect, you can start down here. This is a journal. So this starts here with the actual art pieces. I don't know why that one should not be in landscapes. I'll move that out. These are all the different landscapes. So then when you click on the picture, let's click on this one. I think this is Kathy's. Yep. So it shows the picture of the painting. It's acrylic on canvas, the price here, how big it is. So it's a 10 by 10. So it'll fit in a nice little space. 10 by 10 is probably low. Yeah. And then you can add it to your cart. And if you want to know more information, there's a little bit about it here. And this is some more of Kathy's work down at the bottom. And if you want to go to Kathy's, see all of Kathy's work because you're like, oh, this is pretty awesome. I like her style. You can go right to Kathy's thing right here. And so this gives you all of her pieces that are on the website. And then down below is a bit of a bio. So yeah, so this would be on the artist. But if you select an artist, this is how it comes up. So it comes up with Kathy, all her artwork. Top to bottom is highest price to lowest price. And then a little bio on her photograph, and where you can reach her on Facebook or on Instagram. So that's Kathy. And then on the side here is all the different artists that we have on the website. And so to go back to by subject. Okay. And so the photography and the metalwork and the paintings are all put in together. So so these ones here, the original design products. So those are things like cups and cups and bags and backpacks and duffel bags, that kind of stuff, clothing, journals, notebooks, mouse pads, pillows, aprons, that kind of thing, that are made from the artwork that's on the Art Hive. So you can see some of this. So this is Wendy's horse. I love this horse. It's so cute. She sold this original, but you could still have it on a bag or a cup or a backpack or whatever you like. And it's something unusual and unique. Not everybody's going to be taking that to school because most people don't have that. So, if you want to send your kid off to school with something kind of cool and different, and supporting artists too, which is cool. So this is our blog. So I'm working on writing them every other week. I have not been successful in that as of yet. I'm working really hard on it. I'm in the process of working on one right now. So it should be coming out soon. So it's just a little bit, take a look at it. It's just a little bit of information on different benefits of art in the workplace. This Dr. Eric Maisel, he was on my summit that I had last January. He was important to me just because when I got divorced and I, kind of lost myself, I read his book and he got me back into doing my photography again, which was amazing. So yeah, so there's different things on here. You can subscribe to the, again, another way to subscribe to the website. So this shop all here has everything. Like, I'll take a second to load because it's all the artwork that we have on the whole entire website. So there's quite a few pieces. So you can find fine art originals, fine art prints, glass art, metal art, photography. We don't have any pottery right now, wood art. So if you want to look at the wood art, that's Crean's boards here. And you go back to rest. So again, it starts with the most expensive. You can sort it. This page, you can sort it by low to high. So if you want to start like on the lower end, you can just change that low to high. So then you can go through everything and see what jumps out at you and what you like. So this is some of the products. So just buy that if you want, looking for art. You know, take a look at it too. I mean, it's kind of, some of it's kind of interesting. And so, no, starts with the photography here. So it starts with some of the lower pieces, like I think these are 5x7s, the lower end, and then they go up to larger sizes. And then some of these prints here. And then just go up in price. So take a look at that if you're interested. And this tells just a little bit about the Art Hive Collective, how we got started, blah, blah, blah. This was a blog I wrote about Canadian art being tax deductible. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, so if you're interested in being an artist on the Art Hive, you can, like I said, click on the email here and send me an email. That would probably be the best way to reach out to me, and we can go from there. There, and that's a little bit about me. So, okay, I'll stop sharing. I think that pretty much covers everything about the Art Hive Collective website. So right now, all the artists on the Art Hive Collective are in Canada. We have most of them from the Lower Mainland. I don't think there's any in Alberta anymore. There's one in Quebec. We have an artist in Quebec, Joanne. And everybody else, I think, is from this area. So, oh, no, Wendy's from Ontario. Wendy Cap. She's from Ontario. So you can purchase the art directly from the website. So what happens when you do purchase a piece? So you select the piece. It goes, like I showed you, on the cart. You go to the cart and it'll show you the shipping and everything as well. And so what happens then, you push pay and it'll go through your credit card. I took off PayPal. I didn't like how much they were charging for international rates. So I don't know. It didn't really align with me. I'm trying to keep as much money in the artist's pocket as possible. And I did one sale in the States, and what he got back, I wasn't happy with. I didn't like that. So I took off PayPal because I didn't like, at least with the credit cards, it's very straightforward. So so the shipping goes directly to the artist because they will pack up your piece and get that all shipped out to you. So I'll pay them the shipping right off the bat, and then the 75% of the piece. And then if there's any questions that you have about any of the art pieces, please feel free to reach out. I'm very available, pretty good at answering my emails. I usually get back to you within the day or the next day. And if I don't, please reach out again, because I do sometimes get quite a few emails and they do get missed, but I try to stay as up on it as possible. I think that covers most of what the Art Hive is about. I don't know if anyone has any questions. I know sometimes it might be a lot. I kind of covered it very quickly. But yeah, I mean, really what I wanted to do with this is just to help artists and get their art out there more and get it seen more. And like I said, I send out, I do Facebook posts usually twice a day. I've been doing the artist of the week throughout the week. So when they talk on Friday or Saturday, I take the snippets of their interview, chat. I like to call it a chat because it's very informal. Like they get on, we talk about their artwork and that kind of thing, and then just go over each piece. They tell me about their inspirations, the colors they chose, why, and anything else if there's a personal connection to it. And then they also talk about themselves, how they got into artwork, if there's any inspirations that they have, any artists in the past that they kind of resonate with, that they has maybe inspired them. Different artists out there that inspired them in the past. So like I said, it's pretty easygoing and chill. And then I take that interview, I'm going to call it chat interview, and I break it up. So each piece that they go through, I'll break it up into pieces, and that will go onto their website as well. And I put it onto social media on a YouTube channel. So I'll put the links for the YouTube channel and all the links for our social media in the end of this video. So you can subscribe or whatever to help promote us. So yeah, if you're not an artist, the way to promote us is basically share on Facebook, comment. Like doesn't apparently count for anything on Facebook, so it's love or any of the other choices that you have that's different than the like. Yeah, and tell your friends, and that's how you can promote us. And we all need promoting, right? So, and being an artist, like I said, it's solitary and it's a tough business on your own. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. If nobody has any questions, we can go from there. And I'll break this up and edit this and put this on YouTube now. So, okay, I think that's it. Okay, thank you for coming and thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. And I'm unsure of who is going to be on the next Artist of the Week, but I will send out emails and post it on Facebook as well. So that'll keep you informed. So like I said, sign up for the email. I also have a resource for you if you're interested. And I can put the link for that as well on the back of this video. So you can take a look at it. So that will sign you up for the email list as well. So yeah. Again, thank you for joining me and thank you for coming today and spending some of your time with me. I really appreciate that. And I hope to see you next week on, again, either Friday or Saturday. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.